fucking rubbing up on each other.
Only oil you ought to be covered in is oil from working on your vehicle.
Yeah, that's it, damn right, son.
And I know he don't do that shit.
No,
Probably neither does Vince McMahon. He's a fucking pussy too.
I bet ain't neither one of them had a hard day in their life.
That's right.
You know, you say Vince McMahon, that makes me think of something insane. Like, to me, maybe it's just because, like, I'm used, you and I, we're used to going to stores and picking up the shit we need.
Yeah.
Or just, just our day-to-day lives. We have to supplement them by going places.
Yeah, naturally.
On most accounts, it has been said that Vince McMahon, as old as he is, has never once been inside of a grocery store.
Don't fucking... What is he, fucking Kim Jong-un? Like, does he have legends about him? If you touch him, do you burst into flames?
Well, they say also that, like, he hates sneezing. Like, he despises sneezing. And goddamn, don't you dare do it around him. Don't sneeze around him. It pisses him off. And I believe the quote was from him. He said, like, he hates sneezing because it means he lost to his body or something like that. Or like, it means he lost control is what it means.
What?
It means he lost control.
Who the fuck are you? Are you a madman? Do you not sleep?
He's a lizard person.
I don't think he sleeps then, because you lose control of your body there too.
It's funny you say that, because that's also a thing they say about him is he averages about 2 hours of sleep, if even that a day.
No wonder the man is insane.
And he's been like that for like as long as people have known him.
Yeah, well, first of all, getting a lack of sleep definitely like ages your brain. So he's like getting into. But I mean, are these things that have like affected him just in recent years, or has this been like, people were saying this even about young McMahon?
Young McMahon as well.
Yeah,
like really, I'd say probably since the 80s, people have been saying that about him. He's a workaholic.
Yeah, he
doesn't sleep.
I mean,
he'll be calling people at 4 a.m. going, "Hey, pal.
Yeah.
I want to run some ideas by you, pal."
Dude.
Like, shut the fuck up, go to bed, dude.
You know what's crazy? They say the same shit about Dana White. Like,
well, they're both fucking crazy ass millionaires.
Yeah. And in weird sports too.
Yeah.
Like very different people it's going to take to make something like human cockfighting or
I've always loved calling it human cockfighting. Or
sweaty oiled dudes wrestling, in a ring. Like, it takes special types of guys to make that shit into something.
Yeah, and especially one wants to have himself, like I said before, Mortal Kombat island of where he just hosts his battles.
Yeah.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah,
and it's just trying to get his hair back. That's all it is.
That's really all.
He's taking souls. He's taking souls in Abu Dhabi just so he can have some hair again.
What was it? Rogaine. Yeah, we were making the joke, the Joe Rogan.
Why do you think he hired Joe Rogan for commentary all those years ago? He was hoping he could, through his name, through osmosis of his name, maybe incorporate Rogan because he's close enough with Rogan.
Yeah.
Just put you a little bit of a twang or an accent on there and you got Rogan.
Yeah. Really, all of UFC's success is weighted on the back of Dana White hoping he could get a sponsorship with Rogaine or some other similar hair growth company.
Yeah.
That was really the only sponsor he's ever wanted, and he's still never got it to this day. Like, so R.I.P. to Dana White, man.
R.I.P. Dana White, but not R.I.P. to Vince McMahon because you can't fucking kill him. There was a documentary. I hate to keep going back to Vince McMahon, but like he's a fucking bizarre man.
Yeah,
it's just some of the things you hear about him, like him just like
we watched him like have a match with God.
That is true. That is true.
Like,
can't take that away from him, and he did win technically, so he did defeat God and Shawn Michaels.
Well,
with the help from the Spirit Squad, he was able to defeat God and Shawn Michaels.
Wow. What? Shawn Michaels was with God?
Yeah, it was his tag partner.
So Shawn Michaels, didn't he like actually go on?
He was born again.
Man,
he was born again at this point. So just for fun, like, Shawn, you'd be perfect. You love Jesus, right? Let's make him your partner.
Yeah, why don't you get a guy who actually, doesn't feel that way? Because I think, like, having God as your tag partner is a fucking insult to your religion.
It's like, man, I love God, but don't bring him into. He's not my tag partner. It's not somebody I can just call up on a whim,
That
busy guy.
God is my tag partner would be a great
Be a great bumper sticker.
yeah.
God is my tag partner, right next to my fucking stupid kid's an honor student.
That's like, hey man, that's something untouched. Maybe we could get into that. Like, that's the one thing, like, there's Christian rock music, that's very successful. There's like Christian bookstores, Christian bookstores, very successful. There's yet to be like Christian wrestling. Like,
yes, there has. As a matter of fact,
Really?
yes, there has.
What?
It was very short-lived. I could not recall the name of it to you right off the top of my head, but Ted DiBiase was like in storyline of the few episodes or whatever there was of it. He was the booker or like the boss character.
Boss.
Yeah.
He was like the Vince McMahon.
Pretty much, yeah, of like the few episodes, and he's a minister of a church. He has been for a long time. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. So
Pretty hilarious that
Yeah.
the $1 Million Man is the minister of the church.
yeah, and one of his two sons, I'm pretty sure, got arrested for embezzlement
Oh shit! Yeah,
or something like that. Some sort of like fraudulent money charge. I'm pretty certain.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean
No,
he-
but I love the irony in it that the father was the $1 Million Man, and then you're like you fucking get caught dirty with money.
yeah.
But anyway, like pretty much all those episodes of that little wrestling federation led up to what essentially was Jesus versus the devil in the main event in the wrestling ring. And then the devil, I'm pretty certain, was like James Mitchell, who was known as Sinister Minister in ECW. And he is very devilish, and I love James Mitchell. And I will sing his praises.
Yeah.
And I would love to get a cameo from him for this podcast. He's cheap, and he's great, and he's highly intelligent, and he blew up his hand once.
He blew up his hand? How do you blow up his hand?
It was like some sort of
Also,
cannon blaster or something. Not cannon blaster. I don't know. It was some sort of prop they were doing a promo with, and it kind of blew up in his hand.
oh shit.
And then he was like, oh.
I don't have a hand.
What the fuck?
I was just
Let's reassemble my hand.
Yeah, I don't know why, I don't know why people keep going back to the well of God, fighting in the wrestling ring. Like it's just doesn't work. Not for my taste.
No, and especially not against Vince McMahon, because like I said, you will lose.
You will lose. Yeah.
And
I mean, God,
his mortality, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to get back to it real quick before we completely get away from it.
some say God was created by Vince McMahon's sneeze.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And Chuck Norris. Both of them.
Yeah.
They came from Vince's womb.
Yeah. He birthed them like the size.
Yeah, he birthed them.
But a giant Vince McMahon birthing them like, universe size.
Like a fucking Titan sized. Like colossal Vince McMahon.
You hear the ambiance in space, like just the.
Vince McMahon the size of fucking Saturn. Giving birth to God.
And then Chuck Norris.
And Chuck Norris and John Cena and Wayne Brady and all these fucking incredible humans.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog, Porky Pig, Hitler, all of them. All the people. All the
Came
people.
out of Vince
They all
McMahon's
came out
bosom.
of. Yep, they all fucking nestled upon the breast of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
We all were. We were all birthed out of Vince McMahon's bosom.
Yeah, some people believe the Goatsy theory. We all come from Goatsy's galaxy, but some of us, we believe in the McMahon creationism theory. It's great. McMahon created the universe in about 3 business days because he doesn't fucking sleep.
Yep.
And just to emphasize that his mortality is not in fucking check, A&E, I believe, has been doing wrestling biographies here recently, like biodocs.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Just on a side note, I think it's like wrestling and, well, I don't know. Actually, you can tell me. I feel like UFC is on an upswing in terms of viewers and fan base. Would you say WWE is, like UFC gets a lot more coverage in, more professional places like, A&E interviews or whatever, like sponsors, and I don't know, like, do you feel like WWE is becoming more commonplace also, or do you feel like it's sliding back?
No, I believe WWE is becoming more prominent only just because of their partnership with NBC through Peacock. And that's where that's coming from, because as far as I understand, A&E, I think, is a product owned by whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So in partnership with Peacock, because all this stuff has started popping up recently since they made that Peacock deal.
Okay.
So I assume it has something to do with the partnership. And plus, as far as I understand, Vince McMahon is not complete total owner anymore. It's a man named something Khan. Not Tony Khan. Tony Khan is a man that owns like their competition, All Elite Wrestling, AEW.
Tony Khan.
Nick Khan.
All right.
Nick Khan is his name. I'm pretty certain.
That sounds familiar.
But anyway,
Vince McMahon's madness.
His madness. They get him on some of these docs to talk about some of these people that go over, and one of them, Roddy Piper, if you remember who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They talk about him, and Vince McMahon looking like the fucking plastic surgeoned up fucking skeleton that he is now.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
what does he look like?
He's old. It makes he's certainly old now, but he starts making jokes, like, and it's so weird because he's looking down at the ground talking to Roddy like he's in hell.
Oh,
and then he's like, don't worry, I ain't dead yet, pal. I ain't gonna be there yet. Weird shit like that. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, if you can find it on YouTube, man, that would be incredible. Just type in Vince McMahon, Roddy Piper. Yeah, it looks like you found some rather suitable links there. Yeah, if you see something there,
we keep finding the same thing.
I'm just trying to see if there was a quote. That's all I'm interested in. Oh, I think I see. Go down. I'm sorry. I see. McMahon is, of course, among persons who speak about the Hall of Famer and is God damn it, I can't read.
McMahon is, of course, among persons who speak about the WWE Hall of Famer, and in one segment, he pretends to receive a call from the wrestling legend. He implies Piper is in hell after asking how he's doing and whether it's warm down there.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
That is so weird.
And he also joked about him having a spot for him, although he doesn't plan on joining him anytime soon.
The segment ends with McMahon stating, Roddy's in heaven, Roddy's not in hell. However, that did not seem to appease fans, judging from the reaction on social media. Ooh.
Yeah.
Judging by the fans' reactions on social media. Wow, they really lit a social media wildfire.
They got a buzz, a social media buzz.
Holy crap, man. Vince McMahon must have really said something wrong.
Oh my goodness!
That's because we are shit talking Vince McMahon.
That is true. We're making him look bad because we're seeing something that was in poor taste from him that got some buzz here recently, and now he's angry that it's being resurfaced. He's saying, "Shut the fuck up, or I'm going to collapse the Kiwi Kingdom, and you're not going to be able to record with that beautiful, nice little mixer anymore." I say, "Eat my ass, Mr. McMahon."
Yep.
I defy you.
Weird though. I don't know. Maybe McMahon is losing his mind. I don't know. What do you think? Like,
I've been under that impression, as I have said before, from the television show that I watch in the past few years, that would lead me to believe that it is produced by an insane person who has lost their mind.
I'm sorry, but if you like can't stand people sneezing that bad, you seriously should unwind every now and then. If you're so wound up that a sneeze would make you fly off the handles.
There was also a story he challenged Mark Henry to work out with him just so he could embarrass him, and he would not stop. They worked out like 16 hours straight.
Holy shit.
And McMahon would not stop until Mark Henry stopped.
Holy shit, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. There's also another story that he like fucking was speeding down the road trying to race somebody like down the interstate, and he started bumping them with his Corvette or whatever it was he was driving just so he could win.
Dude,
Because he just wants to win.
We need to seriously do an episode of like Vince McMahon's like descent into madness. Like
Descent into madness.
Let's take
That shit was like 30 years ago he was doing that.
Well, it's a slow descent. It's been happening for a while.
But it's always been an insane ride.
But that's the thing. Yeah, we need to just compile all of, the craziest shit involving McMahon that we can get and just document it for the world and review it together, basically. Because
that would be fun.
I mean, God versus McMahon, like that has to like make a comeback because that I think is a legendary McMahon moment.
It needs to be around too.
Yeah, right.
They need to step back in, like that would be a Hall of Fame match right there, just like one more time. Like Rock versus Cena, one time only until next year. Then they did it twice.
Oh God, of course, yeah.
It made so much money. We got to do it again.
What did you think? I mean, this is I'm late as shit, but I'm sorry. I just recently saw because Undertaker was on Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
I recently looked into the WrestleMania match where he had his last match, where Undertaker had his last match, and I watched it, and I don't know. It's just so strange.
Are you talking about with AJ Styles?
Yeah.
The graveyard match?
Yeah, I want to know what you think about that.